So what does it take to achieve financial independence from your investing? I assume you know that it's not about luck or timing. So I want to share with you, so what is common for people like Warren Buffett, Charlie Munger, Jeff Bezos, Bill Gates, or people like, Ray Dalio or Michael Berry? Okay, so I want to share with you, there are 6 elements, okay, 6 elements that are very common for all of them. So the first point is patience. So as you know, there is a season to sow and there is a season to reap, and you can never do both in the same season. So again, there is phases in your investing career. So in the beginning, you need to learn and to understand what you are doing to picking the right investment opportunity suits your personality, and then you need to start to target it, okay? Once you are doing that, okay, it's nothing gonna be fast. Of course, you're gonna make a lot of mistakes along the way, but over time, okay, if you are doing the right things, you're gonna start to see the profits coming in, cash flow coming in, and of course, your portfolio gonna increase in value. So the second point is discipline, okay? So as you know, discipline is the hardest thing to learn, okay? But if you are doing the simple things every day, we should be better at this, okay? So the thing is with the discipline, okay, in the first season in your investing career, right? Again, as a passive investor, okay? You're probably gonna explore some different routes, right? You maybe explore some real estate market, maybe explore the stock market, dividends, businesses, multifamilies, everything, okay? So yeah, I hope you find something that's gonna suit what you're looking for, right? I found private lending, I really like it, gonna provide, passive cash flow and very low maintenance, okay? But again, what does it mean to be disciplined, okay? Discipline is, okay, that's what I like, that's what I need, okay? How do I just focus on this one, and don't all the time looking for the other, shiny new investment like a Bitcoin or whatever gonna come up next. Okay, so discipline is a very important thing. Okay, if you are happy with a certain return and you know how to make it consistently, that's the thing you need to keep pushing on and on and on. The third element of successful people, it's risk tolerance. So again, risk tolerance is something that it's part of who you are, okay? But from my experience, sometimes it can be evolved, okay? So you may be risk averse in the beginning, and with some more education and some more knowledge and experience, your risk tolerance can be go up or can go down, okay? Maybe you had some bad experience with something, so now you're less tolerated a risk, or the other way around. Okay, and again, maybe you allocate a small portion of your portfolio to do something. It's a bit, may provide you like higher yields. Okay, so maybe the risk is less important because you don't allocate a big portion of your money. So again, you have to understand how comfortable with your investment decision, and that's going to be a lot more easier for you to make a decision. Right, but again, in the previous point, okay, you have to be consistent. Okay, don't every bet, okay, or every investment you are making, don't change your risk tolerance investment. Okay, so if you are very risk averse like myself, okay, be consistent with the same investment vehicle, because that's what's gonna get you there. Okay, if you're gonna get one investment gonna give you 20% ROI, okay, and the second one gonna give you minus 20%, you got nowhere. Okay. Number 4 is analytics, okay? Be very good with numbers, okay? I was an engineer, I like math, I like numbers, okay? So I'm not sure about you, okay? If you like numbers or not, but you have to be comfortable with them, okay? You have to be comfortable to understand, to gather data about whatever you want to invest in and try to predict what's gonna happen. And again, so I've tried so many different type of investment. Okay, what I found, I'm trying to make my life easier. Okay, and to allow so my investment going service my lifestyle. Okay, that's why I like private lending. So first, the amount of data that you need to accumulate, and based on that making decision, it's not that big. Okay, but if you compare it to having a rental or a multifamily deal, there are so many moving parts, so many data points, and again, most of them are a lot of assumptions. Okay, so you are relying on someone else is making those assumptions, and you have no idea if they are right or wrong. And of course, in the long term, the market and the economy, everything can change, and your personal situation. You may looking for cash flow now, or maybe down the road something happens, good or bad, and you need to have some different outcome with your money. Okay, so that's very important thing. Okay, to learn to work with numbers, to be comfortable with numbers, because every time investment is pure logic. Okay, and try to minimize your emotions from this game. Okay, number 5 is continuous learning. Okay, I know that you are busy with your job and with your life and everything. Okay, but still you need to keep up what's not working. Okay, because again, different like market environment doesn't matter if you're real estate or in the stock market. Okay, you can't stick to one thing that's working all the time, or you may need to do some few twists. Okay. I like to buy land and selling on owner financing. So now when my interest rate is so high in the market, okay, and people very hard to get additional loans. So when I'm selling my land, I'm offering owner financing, and most of my sales, they like to choose to go with my financing rather than the bank financing because they don't have other choice. Okay, so that's another way for me to sell at a high price. Okay, and also get some monthly cash flow for my sales. Okay. But 2 years ago, especially maybe during COVID, okay, but people had some more access to cash, okay, people prefer to use cash, okay, because they had access to cash. Now they don't have, okay. So again, you need to adapt your strategy along the line. So again, if it's an up market, if you like the stock market, it's a good place. Again, the market is going up, so you may get it. You can outperform the market if you know what you are doing. So that's great. But what's going to matter? It's in a volatile market or in a down market. So again, you have to keep educating yourself or surround yourself with people that they know what they are doing in order to keep the money working, no matter what the market is doing, going up, down, or sideways. Now, my last point is actually my favorite. So to control your emotion. So again, it's easy to say, but very hard to do. Okay, and from my experience, it takes time to control your emotion over investment. Because what I found, when I win, it's great, but when I lose on my investment, and everybody lose on some investment, it's hurt a lot. So again, you are using those learning opportunities in how to learn how to not do this mistake down the road. But again, sometimes when I used to invest in the stock market maybe 10 or 15 years ago, I felt like, I don't have any control and my emotions were up and down all the time because, every time there was, the market went up, went down, and it was crazy. It was like a massive roller coaster for me, okay? So I didn't like this experience, okay? And also in rentals, sometimes, things change. If I had to replace a tenant, or I had to replace my property manager, or there was like a big issue with the house, I had to deal with, I hated it, okay? So that's why my emotion took over my logic, and I tried to start to question myself, is that the right thing for me, okay? So again, I like to be a lender. I like to lend money to people, okay, in that, secured with land. So in this way, I don't have any emotion. So I just getting my monthly payments, okay? And again, sometimes the land is paid off, okay? And sometimes the borrowers is late on their payments. You just need to communicate with them, but it's pretty passive, okay? That's why I like doing that, and I don't need to involve my emotions. So I hope you understand, like you learn something from these 6 guidelines, what's the difference between like the day-to-day investors, how they call them, okay, to the successful ones, because you have to follow a specific recipe if you want to be successful and to keep, ongoing returns on your money, okay? So I hope you enjoyed this video, okay? The next thing what I want to watch, it probably is gonna be over here, okay? So how can you reduce your risk using diversification? So click on the video below and I will see you on the next video. Bye-bye.